the Salvation Army started in 1969 in Eswatini, but officially when we appointed the first couple, the first officers, that was in 1976. It started like any other church organization. The Salvation Army is a Christian organization that has two streams of ministries. One is social and the other one is evangelical. So wherever we are, we do those two segments of ministries. We started here in the same way. Started off preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ and meeting human needs. Where there are needs, the Salvation Army put a hand to meet human needs. History with the Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club spent a period of about 30 years. Right? And how it comes about is that the Salvation Army is about meeting human needs. We do all sorts of things where people are in need. We run hospitals, clinics, feeding schemes, children's homes, abused women's homes, rehabilitation centers for those who are addicted to drugs, and all sorts of ministries that we do. We're out there to meet human needs. So that's how we came into contact or into collaboration with with Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club, because Rotary, it's about service above self. And I think between the Salvation Army and Rotary clubs, we meet there, that we serve human who are in need. And that's how we came into contact. Well, in serving the suffering humanity, there are always challenges. We don't always have enough resources to do what we should be doing. We depend on other people who put either finances into our coffers or support in kind. Some people bring clothing, some people bring food, so that we can get those things to the people in need. And because we were serving people who are in need in Eswatini, we did not have enough. Right? We did not have enough resources in terms of infrastructure, for an example. We had this building, which is a clinic and a church, but we needed other buildings for the extension of the work. So Rotary Club came into supporting the Salvation Army in those things. They helped us build, for example, there's a building that you will see outside that the Rotary Club has been building. There's a kitchen where we are feeding the elderly every week. That was built by Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club. There's a clinic at Mbuluzi in the community there that was built by the Salvation Army to serve the people. There's a clinic at Langeni in the rural community there. That was also built by the Salvation Army. So those are the ministries where the Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club has been putting finances into, including buying food, including buying clothes for children, including during COVID, for an example, Rotary Club came here and presented us with PPE, to make sure that our nurses and whoever works with people are safe. But they also bought vehicles for us. Once they bought an ambulance that we used to ferry the sick. They bought a vehicle that we use to collect stuff that is donated, also visit rural areas to meet people's needs. And so that's how Rotary is putting finances into this. When these premises were built, they used what they call galvanized pipes for the water reticulation. So galvanized pipes are not permanent. So by now, they were about 42 years old underground. And they were starting to give us dirty water. So every morning, or every time you open a tap, you would have this reddish water with this unhealthy. And that went on and on and on until we said to Rotary, look, this is not on. We need to change these pipes and put the PVC piping and the copper. And so Rotary put in finances to that, 125,000 that they donated to the Salvation. They didn't donate to the Salvation per se, they paid the contractor to do the jobs. So now we open the taps, we have clean water, drinkable water, so people can drink from the tap. Unlike before, they had to open the tap, get the water, boil the water before drinking. And you can tell that because it is a clinic, that was a challenge. Because you have clients who come here, they need to drink water, they need to wash, so you cannot always cook water for them or boy. So now people can drink the water from the tap, and it's nice. I mean, I drink from the tap. Well, look, we are grateful that there are people and organizations like Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club who trust the Salvation Army. You know, the Salvation Army is an organization that says to the people, we do what we do with what you give us. So we always tell people we will do this, and they trust us to be able to do that. So we are grateful that we just want to say thank you to Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club for supporting us through these years and for consistency in supporting, because it's not only 1 year, every time there is support, and we are grateful to that. And we pray and hope that the support will continue. It's not about us. The Salvation Army is serving human suffering. That's what we are striving to do. So we say, as long as there's a need, as long as somebody there is abused, as long as there's a child that abuses drugs and alcohol and smoking, as long as there's a child that is suffering, going without food, and there's a family that goes without a shelter or anything of that need, the Salvation Army is out there to meet them. But we cannot do that on our own. We don't have the resources. So Mbuluzi-Mbabane Rotary Club and other international donors are helping us meeting those needs. So we say thank you, and we say continue to do so. Never stop supporting organizations that need